Ew, so legit. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Right now, we just have Tammy here. So if you see somebody else come in, I'm leaving the door open so that we can invite them in and have them join us. This is going to be, I would say, more of a workshop design, and everybody's input is very much appreciated. And please, in the future, bring all of your questions and concerns as far as your own personal business, because I want this to be a place that we can bring our questions and work on them together. Even if you have a website or a branding issue, or even as far as starting up your business, if you need to get your EIN, if you need to get a separate bank account for your business, things of that nature, just know that I'm here as a resource, and I'm going to kind of go into my background and kind of how I ended up here for people of you that don't know me. My name is Kristen Lynn. I started this business back in February when I was let go from a full-time position because I wasn't going to be able to come into the office. I have 3 kids, so that just wasn't a plausible thing to happen, obviously. So after helping my dad run a successful RV repair service business, and another gentleman start his business from the ground up, I decided I needed to go ahead and help small businesses. And I have fallen in love with the community that small businesses have, and the opportunity that I have to take some of my knowledge and provide it to other vendors in the area. And especially with the Painted Tree having everybody underneath one roof, it allows for us all to help support each other. And the more that, that's all right. Um, Hold on. Oh yeah, it's still recording. Cool. That's all that matters. So if this goes in and out, I'll always be still recording, I guess. But the Painted Tree has such a great community that there's no reason why everybody at the Painted Tree is not successful in their small businesses. Cassian, walking me back here, she did say that they encourage all of the vendors to have your own webpage, have cards, have your branding, and then that way everything is supported, right? Like everybody has their own connection and networks. So if you think about it kind of as a spider web, the more that we help, then the more reach you get, and then the more customers you're going to be in front of. And just because there are 2 people that sell candles, for example, we've got Semicolon soy candles, and then there's another candle company in the back. There's no reason that both of them cannot be successful. Everybody can be successful. What one customer likes is not going to be the same thing that another customer's like. We're not everybody's cup of tea, and we don't have to be. That is the joy of the market being saturated, is that if you don't vibe with somebody, you do not have to buy your product from them. And that is what it's really coming down to, is that there are so many products that people have the ability to pick from whoever. And what is the difference between you and the next guy? What makes you stand out comparatively to the rest? And that is really what I'm here to help all of the vendors of the Painted Tree do, because of the fact that there's such an opportunity with web design and social media for you to be able to be in front of your ideal customers, that once you have it all set up, you're just really pointing them to the right direction. Tammy with Semicolon Candles is a client of mine. She actually invited me here. She's here today. And one of the things that we got established first off for her was her logo that she was proud of, and the logo that would also fit on all of the products that she had, which are going to be different sizes. And then also getting her QR code set up to her website. Now, for example, this is my card. Very simple. I made it on Vista print. I think it was 10 days, wasn't very long. And I did go ahead and put my QR code on the back that goes directly to my website. Now, that is the biggest thing that Tammy wanted me to speak about today, was How do you as a vendor not lose out on the sale once they have either come into the Paint and Tree or if they have seen you at another vendor event? So what do you have? Are you giving cards out on your products? Is your website on your products? Do you also have a way to follow up with them? Did you ask for an email address? If they pay with a credit card, are you getting their email address so that it's going into a bank for you to follow up with later? What are the actions that you're taking so that they just don't come in, scan by, and never think about you again? Because there is going to be another person selling sweaters or shirts or necklaces or anything else. How do they find you? Because that is what is going to stick out to everybody else. What makes you different? So if they have something in here that they can take with them, a card, another thing that Tammy has also done, that another few of my clients have done is it's a little, like, what would you call it? Stand? Yeah. So it's just a little stand and it has your QR code on it. You can get really, really nice ones. You can get your basic simple ones, but they basically have it so that, and you'll have like the little web one, and then you can put your Instagram handle and the QR code underneath that. Then you can put your Facebook and the QR code to your Facebook. So that way, those people are immediately, whenever they're on their phone, immediately they can pull you up because 90% of consumers are going to look you up online before they purchase from you. 90%. Most of them will do it while they're still shopping, while they're still in the same vicinity as you, which is the craziest part about it. And it doesn't matter. Sometimes, even if you're the busiest vendor or you're the least busy vendor at the event, honestly, it really just comes down to how are they going to be able to find you again? Because at the end of the day, you go on to all of the websites, you do Painted Tree or anything else that's a huge vendor event, they will post, and you guys have seen it. It's one post, it has all of the vendor names on there. Sometimes they'll tag people below it, sometimes they won't tag people below it. So that's the thing, is that how can they go on and be like, oh, there was a vendor at this. Okay, pull it up. What are you connected to out there? Do you have a web page so that you can also put that on your Instagram, on your Facebook? All of that comes into play. So basically, you guys see these big corporations they have clickable links in their stories. They have promotions where email lists and newsletters and blog posts, and they have all of these call to actions that are sending you to this one place. And that's what you want to think about whenever you think about your web design, is that you want to point everybody to one place. You don't want to have them having to click on this and then go to this place and then go to this place and then go to this place. Like, the more seamless you can make it. I mean, right now, if it was a sale coming up for Thanksgiving, you should be able to have a clickable link saved on your phone to add to your stories and all of your social media. That way, all they have to do is click the link, and then that sale product is already, you're at checkout. Most of the time, we've got our credit card saved in our phones anyways. Wham, bam, they're done. You got the purchase. Now it's your job to just follow up with the customer experience and make sure that you're providing that, because that is what is going to have them come back again and again and again. If they have to go too far and you make it a headache, they go, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. And you guys know it too. I mean, think about you as a consumer. So if they make you go to this place and then they make you go to a different place and then they ask for your email before you even do anything or purchase from them, you're like, this feels icky. I don't feel comfortable doing this. But if they can click, if you're a vendor, even on the Painted Tree, and you're an active vendor on the Painted Tree website, you even have tagged them in a couple of stories, things of that nature, shown up on their highlights. All of that stuff is going to be driving traffic. events that you do outside of here. All tag it, show behind the scenes, be able to give that insight to your customers because that is what is going to matter. They want to know you. Why are you different from the next person? What makes you better than them just going to Walmart, Costco, or anything else at this point in time? They want to know you because it matters now more than ever that people are actually people. We're done with this business, large company. We want that community and we want to support each other. And the best way to support each other is to go on social media, support and like all of your friends, obviously, and then also make sure that you have your webpage and your social media and your brand and logo established because all of that needs to be repetition so that they can find you. Once you have that set up, it's very simple to go in and make a post or make a reel because you already have all of those things established and you don't have to go in and be like, oh, what font am I going to use today? Like on my social media, I've been using the same style pretty much from the very beginning. I've stuck to the same fonts, the same colors. And it's that consistency that is really going to drive people to be like, oh, I know that color. Oh, I know that. Like feeling, oh, what is she doing today? Oh, she said that there was a sale. Let me click on her stories to see if she's got a sale. Oh, cool. Here's a link. And then you've captured that sale before they've left. And that is the biggest thing that I want to bring to the Painted Tree and all of the vendors here and beyond is that unfortunately, I've worked with a lot of big corporations that will take your money, say that they're going to give you a great website and then not deliver or give you the runaround, or it's going to be months and months and months in order for you to be able to get established, which is just crap, in my opinion. It should be very easy for you. Right now, my turnaround time is a week. I can get a new website up and going within a week. It won't have your own personalized photos and things of that a lot of stock images, but we could set up something as far as photography is concerned and getting your own photos set up so that your website can look even better. But there's just no reason for this. I remember I was working with a company and you would email in and then whoever happened to be working on your project that day was who would respond back. So you might get Joe, you might get Suzanne, and then you might get Mario. And there was just so much that the communication got lost. And then it took us even longer to get to the end because I was talking to so many people and it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days before I would hear back. And that whenever you're trying to build a website, you kind of need a little bit more of that close connection working with people. And I found that that's what I really provide is it's me, you're talking to me, you're emailing me, you're texting me. It's not going into a message thing where, if they get to it, cool. If they don't, cool. And they don't really care because they have 200 websites that they're building at a time. I would never do that because I would not sacrifice my quality at all whatsoever. So I know that this is going to kind of be a quick introduction this time because it is during the week and I know that you guys don't really know me and kind of want to see what I'm about, but I'm really here as a resource to the Painted Tree and its vendors so that you guys can reach out, ask me anything, let me know if you have any questions at all. I think next workshop I'm definitely going to be more into what you have to do for your EIN. Yeah, and your LLCs and going ahead and getting all of that. I would highly, highly, highly recommend if you do not have your brand and your logo and a website set up, even if you don't reach out to me, reach out to someone because the holidays are right around the corner. And in 2025, it is going to be even more of a consumption. We're only going to be on our phones more. So you only are going to need that more and more and more. And as a small business owner, trust me, on year 5, I don't think that y'all want to be dealing with your colors and your fonts and all of that. I would hope you guys would be more focused on how to grow your business exponentially and how to get more sales rather than, or community outreach rather than picking out colors. Like that's why you became a small business owner and an entrepreneur in the first place. You like the challenge, you like to go out there and meet people. So let, I guess, somebody else or take the steps now to have a good foundation. So in 5 years, you can be focusing on the next 5 years of your business, not looking back and being like, oh crap, I really should have gotten that stuff figured out at the very beginning. Because now I don't look professional and I look like an amateur compared to the other people around us. So I will not make this very long. Thank you guys so much for joining. And then if you guys have any questions, please email me, shoot me a text, whatever. I am here. Y'all just let me know. Thanks. Bye.